Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back. Today I'm going to try to fulfill my Friday upload, and I wanted to talk about the things that I've learned in this relationship. In the relationships that I've been in, some of them anyway. And I just hope that I'll be able to help another person out if they are going through the same thing that I went through, and hopefully they can get away from it. Now, the first relationship that I was in, the very first relationship that I was in was a long distance relationship. I believe I was around 17 years old, and I never dated a person before. So I didn't really know what I was supposed to do. So I tried to be there with him all the time. We talked on the phone. We were always video messaging each other. I just knew that I can trust him and that he really cared about me. I knew it. Now, I don't know what happened, but closer to when we got closer to being together for a year, I kind of lost interest in being in that relationship. And I just didn't want to do it anymore. I really needed a man that was going to physically be there for me. So I was just like, well, you know, I can't really, I just don't want to do it anymore. So I broke up with him, and I learned to always stick with the person that really cares about you. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to. But you can also learn from what that person put on the table, from what that person, how that person treated you. You know how you want to be treated, and you take it and you run with that. And if anybody doesn't treat you the way that person has treated you, then let them go because they're not worth it. So that's what I learned, and I regretted breaking up with him because I knew he was a good guy, and the reason why I broke up with him wasn't really a good reason. But at the time, it felt real to me. So, yeah. So the second relationship that I was in was a relationship that I would never want anybody else to go through. Like, it was just bad. Now I met this guy and we hit it off really good. We had really great chemistry, and it was good. Now the more time I spent with him, the more I seen his true colors just come out. And it was like, what? you know like, I remember the first time I was on his computer and I was doing some stuff, and then I come across his messages. I don't really know how I did it. Maybe I was snooping, I don't remember. But it was pretty much messages like as if he's not in a relationship, he is single. And I just was so shocked. I was like, what 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 is really going on here? I'm confused, I'm lost. Somebody please. But I swept it under the rug. I pretended like it never happened because I was just like, well, maybe I just need to appeal to him more. Maybe I'm just slacking a little bit on showing him that I'm in this relationship for real. So, I tried so hard to, do a lot of things for him. I tried so hard to be there to show him that I'm here, pretty much I'm here and I care about you. But that just was not, it wasn't enough. More and more times I found him, and I'm just like, what is it about me that is just not, that is making you want to talk to other females? What is it? What is wrong with me? I just kept feeling like there was something wrong with me. So then I finally reached out to his aunt, another lesson learned. And she told me to confront the girl that he was talking to, and I did that. And she was confused. She was like, well, you need to talk to him because I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, I learned you never confront the woman that your guy is talking to. You confront the person in the relationship. You're not in a relationship with that female. You don't talk to that female. You go straight to the man in the relationship or the woman in the relationship. So then I actually take it to him because things are getting out of control and I'm just confused. So when I confront him about it, he pretty much acts like he doesn't know what I'm talking about and I'm just being so stupid. And I feel like with that, I allowed him to get away with it. You never let a man get away with it. If he's not treating you the way you want to be treated, then you just need to let him go. So I stuck it out with him. I tried so hard to show him that I really cared about him and I really just wanted to be with him, but it just nothing worked. Nothing worked. The same thing kept happening over and over and over again. And what ended up happening with me though is I had low self esteem. I started getting depressed. I didn't believe in myself. And I've always felt like I was just ugly. Like, I don't really know why he's not breaking up with me, because I clearly am not attractive enough for him to not talk to other females. That's just how I was feeling. Now, I ended up getting down, and then we started arguing a lot when it came to relationships. Now, we had our good times where we just bounced back and we would eat and pig out and all that. But really, when I really thought about it, the bad outweighed the good in our relationship. And when the bad outweighs the good, I just feel like the relationship is not worth it. It's just not, because every relationship goes through problems, but you don't go through problems like that. You would fight over food or money, but you won't fight over your significant other talking to another female. That's just not acceptable at all. And I just felt like we were always fighting, and I started looking at him like he just wasn't nothing to me, like he just didn't care about me. He still is yet to admit that he did anything wrong to me. It took him from being in a relationship for about 4 years for him to admit that he was hurting me, that he actually had a part in why our relationship was not working. I'm not perfect, and I never said I was perfect, but I felt like if he would never have took it there to where he was talking to all these females, I mean, females was calling his house, they were texting him, his phone was always going off, and I just was like, what is really going on here? So it just turned into me being very, I just didn't trust him, and I was always checking up on him and always looking through his things. And a relationship should never turn into that. It shouldn't. So yeah, it put me in a very dark place, and I learned that you can't continue to let somebody lie to you. You can't continue to let somebody show you their true colors and then sit there and listen to them tell you that it's not true. If you've seen it, then it's true. Don't try to paint a different picture for somebody that just is not worth it. Don't try to make them seem like they're worth it either. Because in the end, you're the only one hurting in the situation. You are the only one that is crying at night. You are the only one that is feels like you're going into a very deep depression, and that's just not okay. Always pay attention to the signs. Don't pay attention to what a man says, but what he actually does. He's saying that he loves you, but he's over there texting other females, then guess what? He doesn't care about you. There is no love there. If a man really loves you, he's going to prove that you are number one, and nobody else is going to come between you guys. Nobody is that important to come between you guys. So I really do believe in that. Never confront, and also never confront the other person again. Always confront your man or your girlfriend that you are in the relationship with, because they are the ones causing the problems. And always continue to believe in yourself and work on yourself. And it's okay to be alone. One thing that I noticed is that I didn't want to leave because I didn't want to be alone. I wanted to be in a relationship. I've always wanted to be in a relationship, but sometimes it's just better when you are alone, because you get to learn who you really are. You get to do things that make you happy. You learn what makes you happy so that you know how you want to be treated or how you want somebody else to make you happy. You just know yourself a lot more. And that's something that I see a lot of people, they stick around with bad relationships because they don't want to be alone. I've been there for a very long time, and just it's not worth it. It's so much more worth it when you're alone and really getting to know who you really are. So always believe in yourself, always trust in your intuition, always pay attention to those red flags that pop up. If you see something is not right, then it's not right. Don't try to make it seem like it is or it's not that big of a deal, because the only person that's going to be hurt in this situation is you, and you have to live at the end of the day. Yeah, it sucks, but yeah, it's going to happen if you don't get on top of it and do something about it. And just continue to believe in yourself, pretty much. I'm sorry, that's like a lot. But just believe in yourself, always know your worth, and yeah, Stay happy, stay positive. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscription button down below. I really will appreciate it. And leave a comment down below of what your thoughts are on this subject. And yes, so always remember to smile, stay positive, spread that positive vibe because the world needs more of it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.